Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Leanna, and today we're going to talk about how I felt my business was out of control, how I was forgetting to do things, how I felt like there was a pile here and a pile there and nothing was getting done, and what I've done to change that to help me feel more organized and streamlined and more in control of my business and in my life. So if you've been around the channel, you know that in September I decided to not source and to tackle my death pile. That was the beginning for me, because once I got that to a manageable amount, which was I'm at half a tote, I am more than happy with that, because I think it was like at 3 totes or something, and just it was messy and it was just bothering me. It was like sitting in the corner of the office, and every time I went to the office with new items, it would be looking at me saying, list me, and it was just becoming really uncomfortable. So I got that down, I dealt with it, and it felt really, really good. I felt, okay, I feel more organized now. How can I improve on that? But I didn't do anything right away. I decided, no, you know what? You're going to do a listing challenge, because you know what? You got to get listing. You got to, get back into the routine of listing every single day. So I put a listing challenge on myself, which if you've been around, you know that I didn't quite get to where I wanted to be. I was close and I was happy with what I got done. But I did find that that listing challenge pointed out to me that I was forgetting to do other things. So, like simple things like my house wasn't being cleaned. And, this is, I make it sound like, it's not to make it sound like I'm the only one that lives here or the only one that does anything, because Paul does a lot, and it's not about that. It's just I felt that I wasn't doing anything personally to get things done, and I felt that work was taking over, and it was focused right on the listing, you know what I mean? So I would be listing and going, yeah, this is great, and then realize, oh wait, it's Friday, I want to do a video, and I started to forget other things that had to get done. So I had to make a change. I needed to sit down with myself and be honest about everything that I want to get done on any certain day or in any given week. So I've put myself sort of on a weekly schedule. And what I did is I decided what needed to get done and in what order it needed to get done. And I've put in a couple of I've incorporated a couple of new things in my schedule that are really helping me out in the long run. So we're going to go through what I'm doing in my schedule. It's not going to be the same for you. I'm going to have some tips at the end to tell you how to sort of sort out your own schedule and hopefully make your business that much more in control. So on Sundays, I start my week on Sunday. I don't know why. It's just something I do. I decided that Sundays would be my prep day. I love going to our office space on Sundays. There's nobody in the building when I go, which sounds kind of creepy, but it's actually kind of relaxing and peaceful. I can put some music on, I'm not disturbing anybody, and I can prep all the items that I need to get prepped. So I steam, I take off tags, I make sure everything's in good repair, I clean leather, I make sure purses are empty, whatever it is that needs to get done. So I've been doing this, and I put a time limit on myself, because for me, time limit seems to work. Instead of saying I'm prepping 50 items, I'm going to spend 2 hours. And I'm finding that the 2 hours is more than enough to get enough things ready to go that I feel accomplished and I feel good about it. And it doesn't take up my whole day. So I can spend the rest of Sunday doing some more personal things, like doing freezer meals or doing whatever it is I want to do. So that's fantastic. That's working out really well, because I know that prepping and then photographing right away, I just don't get enough done. It's not efficient for me. So Monday mornings, Paul goes off to the cross-border shipper, because we ship Mondays and Thursdays. Paul does Mondays, so he's gone. I go back to the office and I photograph. And again, I put a time limit on. 3 hours. And in 3 hours, I can photograph at least 30 to 40 items, no problem whatsoever. And that's with taking a couple little breaks, like mental breaks away, and looking at the photos I've taken to make sure that they're not blurry, and then I can retake them right away. I also make a master list on this day, whether it's Sunday or Monday. I make a master list of all the items I've prepped, all the items I'm photographing, I add the measurements, etc. Monday afternoon, I come back home, I do whatever, I sit down at my computer and I start drafting. So what I do during the week, whenever I get a couple of minutes, I preload drafts up. And on Poshmark, you need to have a photo in order to create a draft. So I just pick a random photo, something that's not clothing related. Maybe it's one of my cats, maybe it's a flower, maybe it's Paul, whatever it is. And I do the drafts all that same picture. So I know that they're sort of unfinished. And then I get those sort of done and ready. I have templates that I'm using. So I take my master list and I go, okay, I need 10 top templates. I need, 15 pants, so many dresses, so many home goods, whatever it is. And I can put the corresponding template into the drafts that I need. So when I'm futzing around during the week and I'm adding drafts just to get the template up, what I do is put the random picture, and I might say top in the title so I can see it and know that that's the top template. Okay? So I have these sort of all ready to go with my little blurb, thank you for shopping my closet, size, chest, length, all measurements are taken laying flat and are in inches. All those things that I've been typing out individually are now in a template, and it saves so much time. So I've got my photographs on Monday. I'm going to be uploading the photos into the correct drafts, maybe adding the brand and size at that time, maybe not. I definitely do all the photos that I possibly can and get them up into drafts as fast as I can. And I try to list a little bit on Monday if I don't have listings already going on that day. Tuesdays are a sit at the computer day, whether I film my Tuesday video or not. I sit down and I start to list drafts. I start to schedule drafts to drop. Poshmark has the feature that they call it dropping. It's just a way to schedule your listings to drop at certain times, at certain days. This sets me up for the rest of the week because I can have, say, 5 or 7 drop on Tuesday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I don't have to worry about listing anymore. So it's fantastic. And it's interesting because I knew that Poshmark had this feature. I know that eBay has this feature too. For some reason, we're not taking advantage of it. We were away last week, I think it was, or a week or so, whatever it was. We were just away a little while ago, and we had no cell service. We knew that going in that we'd have very limited cell service. We could get texts. I got notifications, so it was okay. But in order to actually say list, we would have had to drive to the visitor center to get the Wi-Fi, and it was really patchy. So what I did before we left, because I honestly didn't want to worry about work, is I used the feature of the dropping of the listings. I scheduled some listings. And it just hit me while we were away. It was like, this is awesome. I am listing, but I'm sitting in front of the fire. So it's like light bulb went off, and it's like, why am I not using this? So before, I wouldn't drop anything. So I would be listing every single day. Every morning, okay, I got to get my listings done. I got to get my listings done. Now that I'm doing this, and I'm doing it very focused on one day, I'm sort of done by Tuesday for everything. I'm not yet there where absolutely every draft is done on Tuesday, but my goal is to have them up, drafted, and or dropping by Wednesday afternoon for the whole week. That's my goal. Right now, it's not quite there, but it's getting there. So I do that. Tuesdays are my sit at the desk and do computer work day. Wednesdays is what I'm calling a finishing up day, or FU on my calendar. I don't know why, it just makes me giggle. And this is the day where if I have to take more photos, I do it. If I have to do some more prep, I do it. If I have to do whatever, I leave that day sort of open so that I can catch up on any tasks that I haven't done yet. Thursday, I go to the cross-border shipper, which is an hour away, but it's right by the bins. So Thursdays are my sourcing day. And now that I'm dropping listings on Thursdays, I don't have to worry about listing, so I can actually concentrate on sourcing items. So I go to the cross-border shipper, I go to the bins, I might hit up another Goodwill, whatever it is. It's my main sourcing day. I absolutely love it. And then Friday, again, Friday is a filming day. I usually do Friday's video on Friday, and if I have time and energy and you know what I want to do for Tuesday, I will film on Friday for Tuesday's video as well. Because it's sort of doing the same task keeps your momentum up, and it just keeps your focus that much better. So Fridays, again, is a finishing up day as well as filming. and maybe groceries, personal errands, stuff like that. Saturdays is my laundry day, house day, so I clean the house. I do the kitchen or the bathroom. I do the laundry, or Paul does the laundry. I don't want to make it sound like I do everything, because I do not. We focus on the house, lawns, whatever it is. And it actually makes me feel so much better. I can get the house done. I can get my laundry done, which includes my business laundry, because I do wash what I can wash. That way, I take whatever's been washed Sunday, off it goes to the office for prep. And it's just this ongoing schedule. It's working really well. I feel so much more organized, so much more in control of what's going on in my business. I'm also putting inventory away during the week as well as I take the photographs. I'm trying to bring it home at that time and get it sorted and into inventory so that when I list it, it has an inventory sort of assignment and it's done. So I'm doing that as well. Really organized. I don't want to be looking for items I can't find because I was so stressed and just not paying attention and fluffing around with my inventory. So it really does help. So a couple of things. First of all, that is my schedule is working for me. I have kept times and days open for downtime, for the unexpected, for appointments, for anything else that happens to be going on, so that I can have some freedom. I like the freedom of this business, so for me, having that sort of built into my schedule really helps me out a lot. Oh, it's really windy. I don't know if you can hear that, but anyway. A couple of tips if you want to try this, and I do recommend being organized. I think it is fantastic for your business. Number one is to make a list of absolutely everything that has to get done during your week for your business, for yourself, for your home, whatever it is. Make an honest list of everything that needs to get done. Also include downtime in that list. Number two, you have to start or schedule those things that are sort of set in stone. So if you have a job, make sure that that is set in your schedule. I don't have another job. This is my job. But we go to the cross-border shipper Mondays and Thursdays. Right now, Paul does do Mondays and I do Thursdays. But in the winter, if it's bad weather, I don't like driving in that weather. I have a really hard time. So Paul goes twice a week. Only this year, when that happens, I'm going to be going with him and still making it my sourcing day. But Mondays and Thursdays are sort of set in stone. So I had to put those in my schedule first. Be honest. Make sure you have appointments or classes or jobs or whatever it is. Do them first and then schedule everything else around that. Okay. Schedule open times, down times, again, for the unexpected, for appointments, for maybe you went on Monday and didn't feel like photographing, or the sun was blaring in, or whatever it is, and you need to catch up. Make sure you have time in your schedule that will allow you to do that. I know that some people will schedule every last second and every last minute of the day. That is a dangerous thing to do because things happen. Last but not least, review these schedules day to day. If something's going on and you need to change it up, and then reflect it in the rest of the week. Review it week to week, month to month. Keep what's working for you and change what's not. Don't be afraid to be a little bit fiddly with it and change things up. Don't be so rigid. Have the freedom to know, what, Sundays aren't working for me anymore. I'm going to change that to Monday and then just reschedule everything else. So that is what I've been doing lately. It's really feeling fantastic. I feel organized, but I can't get my book back in my thing. I feel much more organized, much calmer with what I'm doing with my business. And it's helping me to just do things a little more efficiently, which is, I think, key in this business. I don't want to do things willy-nilly anymore. I don't want to be running around like this. I want to be calm, cool, and collected and know what's going on at all times. Okay, that is it for today. I hope everybody has a fantastic weekend. If you have a schedule, let me know how it works for you down below in the comments. And if you want to elaborate a little bit and maybe other people can read it and learn, fantastic. Okay, everybody have a fantastic weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye.